At RaiseCredit.com, we know it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. At RaiseCredit.com, we've got your back up. You can get the life you really want. RaiseCredit.com.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ray Reynolds here with RaisWebinar.com. Please, as we begin, always tablet and pen ready to go. As we do this, write things down as much as you can. All right, don't just take pictures. We got to get it here. The ultimate goal is, there's a phone number here. Please write it down too. It's 800-510-3338. The ability to listen and learn as we go through this. Information's protected in most ways. From here, what I want you to do in the beginning is I want you to plan on the problems. Every one of us get knocked down, somebody gets in our way, something happens. If you have safety credit and you have the line of defense, you can see it, believe it, and go get it every time. As you do this, keep in mind, we don't want to bring the pain home ever. I call it Humpty Dumpty. We all get knocked down. That's okay. Let's get back up again and again. The ultimate goal is getting to know me a little bit through my journey and getting your journey to begin with me as well. I like to hold your hand and get you past go, get you to $1 million dream. By the way, I'll even guarantee it. So as we do this, let's start when I was 3 years old. For me, getting past go too. You see, I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope got her weekly and monthly checks. She dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30. Picked me up at 5 o'clock from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. At the time, I called her the she-devil from hell. The reality is, I had to learn to steal and beg off the pier. If I saw her today, I'd say, thank you, Mrs. Hope. Why? Because she'd made me get out of hell. I had to figure it out. What I got to do back then is I gathered the magazines, the books about rich and famous people. I wanted to know how they did it. How did they get all that money? Because I wanted mine too. So what I got to do, get the Lamborghinis, all right, the Duffys, the mansions, breaking world records at the same time, having fun. All right, from there, the race boats parked in my backyard, even the yachts, the helicopters, and don't forget, the Ferraris too. So the bottom line is this. I accomplished my goals because I was trying to get out of hell. I had to master some rules and some tools. Everything you've been missing all along. I call it Ray's Rules. Please write it down. See, I wrote The Winning a Game of Business 43 years ago. You see, I had to move 24 times the time I was 11 and a half years old. Kind of sucked. Those people were mean every place I went because they had to, what, the 1st and the 15th? Maybe they had to pay their rent or their lease or something. They were just turds. So you know what I had to do for me? Everything in my life, ever since I was a little boy, I've turned it into a game. And I like to play to win. And that's exactly what I did. Today, I want to give you the rules and the tools and the discipline. And I want you to join me at the workshop. That's right. I want you to listen, learn. I'm going to offer to do all the work for you, hand you the keys, hand you the money, hand you all the goodies. I don't want you to screw it up. I have a 100% success rate. When I was a kid, I learned to connect the dots. Corporation, being a legal person. My first corporation was 9.5 years old. I set it up. It's called Helping Hand Industries. I brought in 100,000. 14, I brought in $1 million. 26, I brought double billion too. How am I doing so far? You see, if you allow me to hold your hand for 90 days, I'll get you in the $1 million dream. I'll guarantee it, but I want to do the work for you. So at seminars, workshops, and boot camps, you're stuck with me. I never passed the buck. Reality is, let's look at today. Today's the 15th of October, 2020. The world's readjusting this year, COVID-19 and all this crazy stuff. But here's the problem. We got 90 working days from now. Your life could be changed. I could get you the 820 up to 100,000 of credit. I get you your first franchise, your house or your apartment complex. You want to own the apartment complex too? See, the goal is this. I have taken 17 million people and I've made them millionaires and billionaires. I can do this for you too. You see, the problem we got right now is we're running out of time. You see, 2020 is first fiscal year for a corporation. January 2nd is on a second fiscal year. That way you can qualify up to $150,000 line of credit. to a corporation. By the way, there are 9 of those. You can get 5.4 million if you want to. The bottom line is, let's look some more today. As of today, you got 51 working days left of this year. That's it. The states are they're basically taking about 42 days to file a corporation. If I don't get the articles today or the divisions today and get the name today and basically get it prepared, hand it and send it back to you to sign it and mail it away, sorry, you just blew it. I've been saying this since the fourth quarter started. I need the name of your corporation today. It needs to be 2 years, all right, 2021 and 2020. But if you don't do this, that's on you. It's kind of like if you need your credit basically restructured or rebuilt. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Organization Act, under Section 611, they have 45 working days to respond. If I don't get that information today, you're not getting your credit to an 8/20 to next year. You just let the calendar pass you by. The bottom line, this is up to you. It's like when you lose your job or your income, you're not prepared. You run out of time, you run out of money, you jack up your credit, you bring the pain home in 42 days. You've all done this. It's just very true. The bottom line is there's a better way, but you got to listen to me today. So let's think about this. I'd like you to get up at 4:30 every day in the morning. I'd like you to figure out one thing. There's a lot of work to be done. Getting to know me. Before I was in a coma in 2009, I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles. I'm the guy that used to help Ken Yarborough, all right, from security chief at TRW and Experian. Bottom line is worth millions and billions, but I still got to die. So let's understand something today. I want you to Google the word Credit Services Act. It'll tell you credit repair is a scam. They're not allowed to collect money up front. Check out the BBB about LexingtonLawnCreditRepair.com. 4 government agencies have filed complaints so far. All right, they're getting in the way to shut their doors pretty soon. They've been basically taking money every month for years and they're not allowed to. The Credit Repair Organization Act, like I said, 611, got 45 working days. So what are you going to do? Listen to your friends, your family, the bank? Go call Credit Karma. Good luck on that. They have no phone number for you. They've been indicted a couple times because they seem to lie too. So you're going to have to count on you. But then that's why you're stuck with me at a workshop, if you want to. In the beginning, I want to repackage your life, your house, and your car. I want to hand you $1 million credit card. Would you like one? I mean, do you got the guts? All right, the bottom line is only 3 out of 10 people ever get off their butt and do this. So basically 30%. The rest are just looky-loos going blah, blah, blah. Those are the ones that go to the motivational speakers and go, what do I get to do? Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you don't got diddly squat. You have the ability to go get it if you want to. Don't bring the pain home. Side credit saved my life as a kid. I got off the pier, and then I found myself in a coma. So credit saved my life as a kid and an adult. If you don't use it and abuse it, it could be the best tool you ever had. Look at your wallet today. Look at the debit card, the Visa, the MasterCard, the American Express. If you got those personally, I can turn them into $1 million. If not, I'll get them to you in the corporation as well. Because right now, I believe you want a franchise or get some real estate. That's how you're going to make millions and billions, by the way. So guess what? Every time I hear somebody say money for a rainy day, in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. Doesn't it happen to you too? I want you to think about this. Have you ever been scared? Have you ever needed money now? And I mean now, okay? And you thought your friends and family would help you, and they said no. The bank said no too. I've never had anybody in my life till I got my wife, who's my rock, till I had my kids. All right? Didn't get the mommy and daddy like you. So what am I supposed to do? I had to build safety credit because I was scared to death. You see, this is a $5,000 credit card. There's one right in front of you. My biggest problem is I always got to count on God and me. That's all I got. So if I got a $5,000 credit card like this, I'm going to call it safety credit because I'm scared to death not to have enough to pay my bills and feed my family. If I got to jack up that damn card to buy time, okay. The bottom line is it's $50 a month. You waste that every other day, and you know you do. It's like every one of you. They say that you waste $140 a week. Is that true? All right, is it really true you waste $140 a week? That's $600. This is a venture and a venture one. Each one is worth $50,000. Here's the problem. Personal credit, you can't write it off. You can't write off the interest rate of the card at all. You've got to call it safety credit. That's all it's good for. But the problem is, what did you do? You jacked up the credit past 29%, write it down. You drop your score, you got stuck, and heck, you can't get any more. Is that about true? You see, if you would have maxed out a $50,000 credit card today, the payment is $612.26. The exact amount you're wasting every damn month. I can't do that. All right, I had to beg and steal to get off the damn pier. I'll never forget that. I have total recall and an IQ off the friggin' chart. I would have used that money to go get some pizzas today. In other words, not buying the damn pizza, buying the pizza place, because they're open to COVID-19. Stop wasting money. Stop bringing the pain home. I don't get this. See, you got a choice, like I said in the beginning. Plan on the problems. I know today someone's going to piss me off, get in my way, but I got two things for me. I got safety credit, so I can tell them to go kiss my assets, and I got the line of defense. I have everything I've ever wanted in my life. $2 billion by the time I'm 26. Are you kidding me? Even though I found myself in a coma, I had to rebuild it again. I don't stay down, and neither will you if you listen to me. But that's up to you. You got to run your race today. With all the people around you going blah, 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 and all their opinions, give me a break. All right? Please remember, most people around you want to keep you down. Turn off the sounds of other people. I've heard no a billion times. If I would have listened to all those dummies, how the hell would I go get a Lamborghini at 14 and a half years old? You got to believe in you. For me, it's God and me. That's the bottom line. I don't give up, neither do you, no matter what anybody says. Turn it off. You got a choice to reach your goal. I've reached every goal by the time I was 26. You know, it's like anything else. I believe in me. I believe in God and me. And when I broke the world record in 1981 for the highest kick on the planet to prove that white men still jump, only stupid people say we don't. And remember, don't anybody tell you you can't do this or that. Okay, that's a bunch of BS. God gave you a gift and a dream. Use it and then go help other people like I'm doing today. You got an SSN just like me. Oh, goody. Your problem is you didn't learn to play. That's right. You got an SSN because they told you to get a job, just like they told me. So we all a bunch of sheep. Bah! Let's follow the sheep. And when it gets screwed up, hell, we're the duck. Because when it's screwed up, we better damn well duck. That's what brings the pain home right there. Because you didn't learn how to play. You only get 2 write-offs anyway. And what happened to you? Pretty simple. I can guarantee it. Especially after I start talking to you on the phone. All right? You got your SSN. Oh, goody. So did I. You got your Spirit and your TransUnion and Equifax too. You jacked up the card past 29%. There went your score. Now you're stuck. Hell, you can't get any more. Why don't you listen to the rules and the tools? See, no one wanted to teach the world of me. I want to teach everybody. It's half the fun. So let's understand something today. You got that SSN, another reason too? Because the United States of America Incorporated uses as collateral. That's why they do the census, to print some more money, especially ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. All they got to do is keep printing the money 24/7, go wee, 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 all the way home. Make the list, ladies and gentlemen. Raise rules. 100,000 of credit. That's what you need for safety. Don't you max out a card past 29%. You do that, that's on you. You should have had safety credit, especially when there's a pandemic, or you got to feed your family for 1 or 2 years. But what did you do? I can guarantee you took money and credit from the family. You rolled the dice. Hell, you thought it was free money too. And what did you do? You backed yourself in a corner. I don't get this. All right, maybe because you got the mommy and daddy or something. I had to get out of hell. The bottom line is, don't hurt your family, never bring the pain home. I call that silly and dumb. And you're not dumb. You just didn't understand the rules and the tools. And it's about damn time you learn them from me, because you can't learn them anywhere else on the planet today. Thank God he only made one of me. Now, what are we going to say? Boo-hoo-hoo? We all got a sad story to tell. Me, I got to eat out of a trash can and steal off the pier. 5.5, I'm in a friggin' coma. I hit the curb going 40 miles an hour with my face. They said I'd never walk again in my life. Yeah, I'm getting up again. I crawled till I could stand and walk and run. There's me in another coma, waiting to die in 2009. Nobody gave a damn about me again. Pretty simple. All right, didn't matter. I got millions and billions of dollars. I'm waiting there to die. July 5th, 2009, 5:41. I kept my promise. That's why I'm here today. I got 10 billion more coming in 36 months. The only reason you get me today as a multi-billionaire is because I'm keeping a promise. If I wasn't keeping my promise, I would not be here. I promised Jesus in that coma I'd help people the rest of my life. But I want to shake you up and wake you up. Damn. You see, someone came on my yacht in my backyard. I took people to watch the fireworks on July 4th, 2009. That's all I did. My yacht and raceboat are parked in the backyard. Where do you park yours again? Yeah, I'm from Show Me State. There I'm waiting to die. At the end of the day, they call it H1N1. Some idiot came on my yacht, should have had a mask around their damn head, or told me they had swine flu and pneumonia. I could throw them overboard, fed them to the damn sharks. My life got destroyed. I literally had to be homeless again. Are you kidding me? But again, I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. See, when I get pissed off, all right, I go internally. I use the brain God gave me, an IQ off the chart with total recall. I walked around with that oxygen tank for 5 weeks. All right, kind of stupid. But I had to put my credit score back to an 820. My family needed to eat. Bills needed to be paid. Who am I going to call? Mommy and Daddy who threw me away as a baby? Give me a friggin' break. I popped $1 million credit cards. I don't stay down. Neither do you. If you play with me. But I don't know if you got the guts. All right, half of you basically are lazy. You pissed away thousands of dollars and didn't know what to do. It's ridiculous. I wish we were in a live open forum like I usually am, because I'd drag you up the damn hill. You got a choice to feed your family, and you don't get a do-over today. You get to live or die. This is pretty serious. You might want to think about COVID-19. I've been through this. You might want to wear a mask. Hell, if I would have wore a mask or a bubble around my head versus laying there in the hospital being dead, I would have did that too. Today, you got a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one are you going to pick? Which one are you going to pick? This is up to you. See, if you say you're comfortable, I'm sorry, you're just lazy. When you get to 60 and 70, you'll be barely getting by. Maybe eat some dog food or cat food for dinner. Lazy people never go get it. Don't you know that? I've never been comfortable a day in my life. And I don't want you comfortable ever. I want you to go get it. Now, every morning I've done this since I was 2.5 years old. I want you to try what I'm about to tell you. At 2.5 years old, I'm on the floor looking in the mirror, and I'm crying my eyes out. And I realized at 2.5 years old, I got nobody. I had to figure this out myself. Every day since then, I'm up at 225. My body wakes up by itself. All right, I say, thank you, Jesus. I look in the mirror. I don't comb my teeth, and I don't comb my hair. I ask myself 2 questions, and this is what you got to do. You got to put yourself in check. Have you completed everything you need to? The answer is no. So why are you sleeping in past 4:30 in the morning? What's wrong with you? Is there more to be done? Always. I don't get it. 43 years of seminars, workshops, and millions of people I help. And the same thing they keep telling me. They ask their friends and family. Are you giving me a break? God gave you an idea and a dream and a vision. And then you ask the dummies around you what they think? Are you kidding me? They don't see your vision and your dream. And most people around you want to keep you down anyway. Don't you understand? They're the ones who ripped you off the most. Tell the truth. It clouded your direction. Now you second-guess yourself. I don't get it. Do what I do. I chase the money. Money is one of the top 10 things in my life that I love best. I love money, yes. I'm not afraid to say it at all. You see, with money, I don't have to steal off the pier. I don't have to beg. I can feed my family and pay my bills. All right, I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. All right, I don't need one. It allows me to help you. Are you going to pay attention today? Or are you going to go back and being stuck? But that's on you. You see, maybe you don't want the reality of life and the truth. You see, this time you better damn well follow through. It's simple. We're getting older, slower. We're not as purry as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. They're going to fire you anyway, eventually. You know this. Come on. Your days are numbered. Then you're going to drive an Uber to deliver some pizza. Is that your true American dream? Hell, it sure isn't mine, but it might be yours. You never know. So you got a choice today. Now let's understand the truth, which some of you probably can't even handle. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. Okay? Every Wednesday night she had a poker game. I stood outside my bedroom, it was actually the damn pantry, by the way, and if they said anything that made sense, I'd write it down in my little notes. They thought I was weird. Probably true. But the reality is this. I heard a corporation's a legal person. Write it down. I heard my way out of hell if I could figure it out. The next day I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. I asked the lady, please help me. I'm 7.5 years old. She's trying to humor me, I guess. Here's a book. Here's a microfiche. I read the book. I was looking for a blueprint, get out of hell, the instruction manual to go build the American dream. Like everybody I saw on that pier from 3 years old, getting the magazines and the books about rich and famous people. I read book. I got pissed off. One of the things about me I've always known, when I get royally pissed off, I take it internally, and then it kicks in the IQ that God gave me in total recall, and I figure it out myself. Who am I going to call? Mommy and Daddy who threw me away as a baby? They don't give a shit about me. So what I had to do, I was at that library every day from 7.5 to 9.5 years old, reading every damn book to figure it out. That's how I learned how to play the game in the beginning. That's how I got Helping Hand and got 100,000, a million at 14. I brought in double billion by the time I'm 26. How the hell am I doing? What about you? What about you? There's the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Understand, in those 12 books and CDs, that's the blueprint to $1 million corporation. Guaranteed. Real estate? Oh, goody. I had $841 million of real estate under corporate structure before I was in that damn coma. I wanted to hit $1 billion that year. But I got to basically, what? Have my life destroyed? Boo-hoo-hoo? No. Sorry, that just pissed me off some more. I was a consultant for many banks for years. So I had a financial series called Become the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing too. Don't forget winning the game of business. You see, when I was at the Bonaventure before the coma for 32 years, I sold that system, 18 books and CDs, for $20,000 a pop. Yeah, I did. There was a line around the hotel for years. I was at the Marriott Long Beach for 40 plus years. The office here, they'll want to give it to you for $999. That's what they want to do. Me, I'm working on a housing project for other people. So if I can discount something for you today and I can help them get what needs to be done for that housing project, that's what we're going to do. So the reality is there's 20,000 shy of what we're trying to do for them, all right, for that housing project. So today, if you want the 18 books and CDs, it's $4.99. After you get the books and products, I want you to call me personally. Yeah, I'm going to give you a personal call. By the way, I'm $3,000 an hour and have been for 43 years. So that's a one-time offer today. If you don't do it, you just missed it again. I'll even give you a hat, t-shirt, and a mask. Pick one, which one you want. But you better zeal it. Take a picture of this page. Take a picture. It'll last longer. Zelle. That $4.99 better be Zelled today in the next hour or less. If not, you don't get the phone call with me. That's up to you. After this, I got more phone calls to do today. They all paid $3,000 an hour. You got a choice. It's called 800-510-3338. If you don't call it, that's on you. I can rebuild anybody. I want to rebuild your credit, the rapid rescore, the credit line, the corporate setup, the book, CDs, and notes, classes with you. Write it down. Personal credit is safety. Write it down. You take any credit card from 25 to 29%, you maintain that. That's what gets you an 820 credit score. You jack up a personal card past 29%, all right, you drop your score, you got stuck, can't get any more, that's on you. Those are the rules and tools. It's exactly how I taught Ken Yarborough years ago at TRW in Esperion. He was a security chief. I got to make you a qualified CFO. Been doing this 43 years. There's nobody on the planet that's better than me. It's simple. You can play. 4 points of making income with me. First thing I tell you is going to be real estate. I know how to make millions of dollars in real estate, get commercial real estate, apartment complexes, all this stuff for free. I know how to leverage every part of it. You get a one to fix it up, flippity-dippity-do, a duplex, a fourplex, an apartment complex. But you got the guts to really do this. The problem is most of you don't believe in you, so you're not going to go do it. You got nothing to lose, and I can get all of you to million to billion. You might even get a franchise, because I think you should. We got to pick one that's open through COVID-19. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's when they got the beef. We can even do profit sharing too. By the way, I was also known as the incorporator for rich and famous people for years. I made them millionaires and billionaires too. Write down leveraging money and credit. 84 ways to do that. I'll teach you 3 or 4. That's all you're going to need. I can turn every card into 99 more if you want to. Nothing stops you after meeting me today besides you. But again, it's like the Lamborghini right here. I don't get it. You see, when it comes to a Lamborghini, I bought my first one at 14 and a half. After I tested out at T-Winkle Junior High, I got to be at Owens Coast College instead. You see, everybody you see that are rich and famous today, they drive a company car. But not you. You get your paycheck. Isn't that good? You get the leftover. You pay your bills. You pay for a car you should not. Then you steal money and credit from the family. You roll the dice and go wee, wee, wee all the way home. Don't you understand? You should be driving a company car. You should be driving a company car. All right? The reality is it's pretty simple. All right? So the bottom line is, all right, this is what someone saying, Ray, I love you. All right, it worked. I got my divisions. So glad I have you in my corner. Well, Mr. Glover, you've been a client of mine since 1989. Don't you want the hell go away? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, my clients stay with me. Always. 17 million people, always, plus. Because they don't want to go away, because when they got a question, guess who they get to ask? The guy that's got an IQ off the chart with total recall. I got no BS to get you. But today, you should be driving that damn company car. Tax ID and fleet price. But if you're not, that's on you. I'll bet you every one of you today you're driving a car, and I'll bet you you're using your paycheck to pay the payment, gas, registration, insurance. Isn't that good? You're using taxable income to pay those things that a corporation should be paying today. You should be driving the company car. What's wrong with you? Are these turned on? I don't get it. You tell me what company car you want, and I'll tell you exactly how to go get it. Hell, I'll go get it for you and hand you the damn keys. There's no excuses after today. The only excuse will be you. You're lazy, or you don't want to go get it. Consensus? It's good. They got to count the people to get the money. Today's the last day. It's the 15th. Listen to the news. They're closing it out today. You see, you got one SSN. Congratulations. So do I. Ray's rules. You know what happens? If I ask you if you read the card front and back, you're all going to say, yeah, I read it, Ray. Then I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and you're going to fail the test. You didn't put it here. skimming over something. It's not reading it, mastering the rules and tools. Ladies, pull out your Social Security card. It's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, pull it out of your out of your wallet. It's in your back pocket. Let's understand. I love the United States of America. But everything I've ever done in my life, I master the rules, the tools, until I know it better than anybody. Because I'll be damned if I bring the pain home. It says on the back of your Social Security card in your hand, if you got it out, don't laminate. Don't use for ID purposes. Don't carry with you. Hell, it's not even yours. Read the card. You got one SSN. That makes you the duck. And if the Federal Trade Commission today says everyone's screwed up, is it going to be you? You got to understand, you're doing it wrong. I don't get it. You got an SSN. Goody, so does I. You got 2 write-offs. Wow, that's all we get to do. We got the Asperian, the TransUnion, Equifax too. Then you jacked it up, got stuck, can't get any more because you went past 29%. Congratulations. And you're going to go, no one ever told me, Ray. No one told me. I had to figure it out myself. But I learned the rules and the tools by the time I was 9.5. Why didn't you? SS4 times 4. Write it down. And don't tell me, I don't want incorporation, Ray. Then let's incorporate you. And let you get personal business credit at the same time. You don't have to incorporate to do a business. You can stay in that job and be stuck if you want to. You see, almost no liability in all the write-offs you can get. Separate credit report, and I get to write off the card and the interest rate too? Ooh, I like the line of defense. That'd be kind of fun. But again, you're going to have to understand what this really means. For every SS4, because I'm an affiliate, I can build you an Asperian, an Equifax, and a TransUnion too. How many would you like? Why would you do it wrong? Why would you steal from the family? I don't get that at all. You got the ability. But again, write down SS4 times 4. By the way, look it up. I'm the guy that invented divisions the way they are today, period. I did it in 1986. You name a corporation after you, that's called dumb. You name it what it does, that's double dum-dum. Write down, set up the line of defense. I want you to have 3 divisions. Write it down. 1 for real estate, franchise, current business. I want you to allow me as an affiliate to get you up to a $100,000 card. Ink card. $1 million card. Which one you want? You want them both? Let me know. Because that's what's going to happen if you listen to me. And I'm going to build it for you. I already offered the $100,000 of personal credit earlier for safety. That's all it's for. All right? Safety credit. Don't you steal from the family. Why would anybody do that? Why would they bring the pain home and hurt their family? Raise rules. SSN, SS4. We got to have both. That's how we get to win the game. Because business is a game. You just got to play to win. SSN equals a 1040. Write it down. 1 or 2 write-offs if you're lucky. SS4 equals an 1120. Almost no liability and all the write-offs you want too. Which one are you going to pick today? See, this is all up to you too. See, you got a choice today. If you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might just want to go to raiswebinar.com and get the full overview. Now get ready to read exactly what I learned at 7.5 years old. You ready? All right, outside that damn poker game, what I heard? It's right in front of you. It's chapter 18, by the way. It's not to give you legal advice. It says a corporation's a legal person. By the way, corporations have more rights than we do. So if you're going to say rich and famous people don't pay enough tax, my response is shut up and join them. Because you pay enough tax on property tax, gallon of gas too. Now, if you tell me you don't want a corporation for a business, okay, let's incorporate you like doctors and CPAs do. You don't have to run a business. You can run your life through a corporation today. That would give you personal credit and business credit too at the same time. And you gain all the write-offs for you. You don't have to run a business if you don't want to. But like today, here's a problem we got. Today's the cutoff. 2020 is the first fiscal year. 2021, January 2nd, it would be the second fiscal year. Through my dashboards and my histories, I can pop you up to 9 lines of credit for $150,000 apiece, and you don't need a tax return. But today's the cutoff. I don't control the calendar, neither do you. 51 working days left. States are taking 42 working days to set up and file that corporation right away. I need the name today. Today, not tomorrow. Okay? 2 years. You could get up to $5.4 million of credit. Let's go get a couple McDonald's. But again, it's like if all you want to do is rebuild your credit. The Credit Repair Organization Act, Section 611, tells you flat out, it's 45 working days. If I don't have it today, you're not going to get it done till next year. You're wasting time, people. You see, the United States of America Incorporated, they set up their line of defense, but not you. They're called states. All states are corporations. The states set up the line of defense too. They're all cities. The cities are corporations too. That's how past cities in the past filed bankruptcy called Chapter 9 because they're corporations. See, here's the line of defense that you've never heard of, and you've got to master the rules and the tools because you are we the people. It's your constitutional right. The Supreme Court says so too. If you don't want to step up to the plate, then keep bringing the pain home. You've done that enough, haven't you? Nixon takes the gold standard out. They got the key to the printing press. These two will never have to worry about money. Let's print some more money today. Now, we got our SSN as a teenager to get the job because we were told to. Mama, she's been waiting 40 weeks to deliver her baby. She delivered the baby this morning. If Mama doesn't sign the SSN form so the baby gets a Social Security card today so they can print more money, Mama can't take the baby in the stroller in the car seat and can't go home. Don't you understand? The United States of America Incorporated, we're their collateral. Nothing wrong with it at all. That's just the rules and the tools and the game to play. SS4 times 4, line of defense. You never had to bring the pain home, ever. Never did you have to bring the pain home. I started my first corporation. I was 9.5 years old. I had to get out of hell. The reality is it's up to you now. If you allow me to do the work for you, I'll hand it to you. Then I'll teach you how to fish. You see, your SSN equals to be safety credit. You don't hurt your family anymore. I didn't have a family till I got a wife and kids. So it means a lot to me. So the reality is a corporation with an SS4 with credit, line of defense, and some more divisions and subsidiaries too. Here's the thing I want you to remember. Stop bringing the pain home. Donald Trump bankrupted 4 corporations in the past, didn't bring the pain home, but why did you? Rich and famous people do it every day. Why don't you? From there, cities file bankruptcy too, but why don't you? I don't get it. This is your constitutional right. Credit card start credit score. Credit score gets you more like house and a car. House and a car doesn't do a damn thing for your credit report at all. They look pretty. Let's just screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw it up. Raise rules. You take a card past 29%, you jack that score up. You what? You dropped your score, you got stuck, can't get any more. You've got to be a qualified CFO and get to the workshops with me while I'm doing the work for you. Can you find anybody on this planet that's offering to do everything for you and hand it to you? It doesn't exist, but I'm keeping my promise, am I not? I want to rebuild your credit. 720, $499. I want to get you a rapid rescore in my system, $499. That'll get you an 820. But here's what I like to do. I like to give it away as much as I can. You can't get it for free because you wouldn't appreciate diddly squat. You got to have something of value into it. So the reality is this. I'm going to rebuild your credit my way. I'm going to add the right histories. I'm going to put you in a credit educational class online for 90 days if you want to show up. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash credit card back to you. That's twice as much you invested in yourself. All the work is done. Now you got an 820 credit score. What excuse you got now? You stubbed your toe? You see, it's called Zelle wire deposit. Or you call the office at 800-510-3338. It's up to you. See, here's the thing that I love best. I broadcast 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday. I don't like pre-recorded crap. And I'll take on anybody on this planet in an open forum, knowledge to knowledge. And when it comes to that blah, blah, blah motivational crap, sorry, we all need it, but it doesn't solve the problem, does it? I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things if you follow through. But I got no excuses to give you, neither do you today. Walt Disney filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, kind of like a couple of you. They know how to play the game. Look at it. They got $1 billion in the bank. All they had to do is write an IOU to themselves. Your choice is to listen, learn, and play. SS 4 times 4. Little liability. Get all the write-offs you want to is more. But again, who's it up to? By the way, it's up to you. I want to build your Asperian, your TransUnion, your Equifax. All right? 2. I want to rebuild your life. Sorry, I can do it faster, quicker, and not screw it up. And then I can hand it to you and teach you how to fish. But again, it's on you. Personal credit can't write it off. Got to be called safety. Corporation, we got to have 8 credit cards per division, 9 lines of credit, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. You have the ability to allow me as an affiliate to make you a qualified CFO. But again, can I get you to listen? Every one of you spend thousands on crap. Reinvest in yourself today. It's like everyone who gets it wrong listening to all the people at Warren Buffett in the stock market. I first studied his father, then I studied him. The man owns 100 companies plus. He owns his favorite 10. He owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Chewies, and Fruit of the Loom. The man's playing the game. My question to you is, why aren't you? He's playing the game. You can play and win too if you want to. Remember, $5.4 million of credit, because 9 lines of credit do not require a tax return. As long as I set it up using my dashboard for you, 2020 and 2021 makes 2 years ready to go. How much credit would you like? But again, it's up to you. Now, we did one boot camp this year, and I didn't want to do any more. I really didn't. The only difference is now COVID-19 slowed us down from the radio show to the TV show. So I was asked to do one more. This is the Expert Boot Camp. It is scheduled for October 23rd, 24th, 25th. Now, I made a promise to my wife, and that means a lot to me because one thing, she's Colombian. And you don't piss off a Colombian. She says, honey, if you do another one after this, you're going to make me a widow. Believe me, she's telling the truth. I love her, but she would kill me if I did another one after this. And if you're not in this boot camp, oh well, I'm not doing another one, and that's just dummy on you. All right, today you can get a discount because I'm helping a housing project. You might just want to call 800-510-3338 before it's too late. But again, I'm an affiliate. You know what that means? I got 7 dashboards right here. I get to basically move things around. I get to build credit reports for you, corporation and division 2. Authorized users is crap. Trade line, you spend thousands on that, doesn't work at all. So the ability to make you a qualified CFO, that's what you're really going to have to do, ladies and gentlemen, today. So let's understand, I'm the guy that invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. Turn these into 99 more per card. How many would you like today? But we got to only talk about corporate credit. It's the only thing we get to write off at all. We got to call it Ray's Rules, by the way. So the goal is, here's a bunch of bars going to prison. If you can't see it, I'm just going to tell you about it. It's pretty simple. If you have the intent to rip anybody off or defraud them, all right, I will testify against your court of law. That's where you're going to go. You're going to run a real company, by the way. You're not going to be a crook on my dime. So here's a corporation in divisions. Right, we'll write down line of defense. What are we going to do? We're going to have a problem maybe with a piece. How many banks you see that are empty right now because they got rid of a piece? They bankrupted bad locations on the grocery stores and the banks. But they're still in business, are they not? So if you got a bad division, guess what you get to do? We call it a Donald Trump, a city, a Wells Fargo, maybe a rich and famous people, or a city too. They got to do the 3 steps, so could you. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save the piece. Bankrupt the piece, keep the other pieces, and guess what? We don't bring the pain home ever again. The ability to listen and learn while I do all the work for you. Now, your house that you got right now, I probably would tell you did it wrong, but don't take offense, please. Remember what I said in the beginning today? I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account. Ray's rules are pretty simple. You see, escrow works for you, but you let them tell you what to do. You should have said escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. If you have a family and you have assets, house, and all those goodies, and they're not in a trust today, I actually donated all the forms to Google years ago for free. If you don't listen to me and somebody sues you, screws you, they take it away, and when you die, it's stuck into probate. Why don't you Google the forms for free and step up to the plate? Protect your family and win. But again, that's on you. If we fix the property today, I'm going to call it a flippity-dippity-do. What are you going to do? You're going to hire a contractor. Contractor's going to hire those subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But they're going to cut every corner they can. They're going to slip and fall. They're going to sue and screw you and take everything you got. Why? Because you didn't listen to me. We've all been ripped off by people before, and I'll bet you your friends and family get in your way all the time. But again, if you were me and I was you, I would tell you to take every property you ever get, quick claim deed it to a division. Do an assignment of equity. That way they can't sue you at all, and at the end of the day, they really do get diddly squat. Why not? But again, you got a choice. You're going to have to do one thing. I'd love for you to Google the word irrevocable trust today, please. But again, that's on you too. Fix out of a property. Every time I turn around, some person tells me they try to play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. Corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. We all have to live by the rules we've been dealt. We have to use the rules that the United States of government have given us. That's why it's called We the People too. The IRS.gov. If you screwed up, guess what? Get back in the system. Download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system where it belongs. We still got to fix up that property. Don't forget, we're going to do what I get to do, what I've always done. I've never used money to start a business. So what are we going to do? We're going to get 4 more divisions. All right? We're going to get carpet, appliances, fixtures, and wood. We're going to go to the manufacturer, get up to 70%. We don't want to pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days. We want to use their money to fix up the property anyway. Escrow closes, it pays off all the debt. Now you got $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich because you're not. How many of you have taken $10,000, $100,000 in the past and you pissed it away, and some of you are broke today? Please write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money, borrow money is not taxable. You got to learn how to play the game, ladies and gentlemen. You got to set up the line of defense. You got to learn how to leverage money. You see, when I had my facility in Irvine before the coma, it was only 22,000 square feet. All right, 2-story, locations around the globe, doing $1 million plus a day, having fun helping people like you. Every day the bank would call me at 9 o'clock or show up at the office. They'd always go, Ray, can I help you today? What do you need? In other words, they go, You see, when you got money, they kiss your assets. You got no money, hell, they don't know your name. So we're going to put the money the right way in a CD that I tell you to, the line of credit, the bank account. We're going to create 3 reference points. When you make the bank verify itself, they got to say yes. I like yes, don't you? That could be up to $600,000. The banks borrow from the feds times 10 and loan back 5 to us? No wonder they get to play the game. Oh, by the way, that would end up being $3 million up to that. What are we going to do with that? We're going to use the borrow money and go buy a McDonald's today. Get a big fry and a Big Mac and a chocolate shake too. You want one? I can order 2 if you like. You see, here's the problem with you. You got to get past go. For me, it's like when I wanted that Rolex years ago. I don't spend my money on anything. Why would I do that? So I wanted the Rolex. It was $89,000 retail and $39,000 wholesale price. I set up a division for jewelry. That was pretty simple. They overnighted the watch to me. You only had to pay for it for 30 days. Put a loan on a watch I did not own. Pay the invoice, put the leftover in the bank to maintain the payment on the watch I did not own, and at the end of the day, I got it for free. Maybe you want to learn some more from me. It's kind of fun. But again, you don't have to bring the pain home. You're going to have to beat your own doubt. You're going to have to run your own race today. That's what you get to do. It's like cash flow, free up your time. If I handed you a corporation today, and I mean today, you could look up C191D and look up 8 ways to loan out money. If I get you an ink card like this one, why don't we take $50,000 off the card? What are we going to do? We're going to loan $5,000, or excuse me, $10,000 to 5 people. We're going to put a second on their house, a homestead blocker, and a UCC one chattel mortgage. After all the bills are paid, we just created cash flow of $2,449 per month. That's right. And you just freed up your time. You can create your own cash flow off the money and the credit without spending any money once you get it all set up. $4,800 a month, that's $100,000. $73.47, that's $150. What cash flow do you need to free up your time today? But again, this is the things I'm going to teach you at the workshop with me. Show you some mansions, helicopters, and yachts too. Still got to get you past go. Might as well get it past stuck. Because the reality at the end of the day, I used to call this one God's gift. It's why I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? You see, I like the helicopter, the Lamborghini, and the buildings too. Wouldn't you? Now, I want you to write down 2 more rules for me, please. Because every time you use a debit card or cash or check, they tend to ask for your driver's license. Can you do me a favor and change it to a P.O. box or a mailing address, please? Because you say, here I am today, I'm not home, go rob my house, come sue me, screw me, take it away. I don't get it. If you don't learn how to protect your ass, and not bring the pain home, that's on you. California, we have the Schaefer Bill, the Driver's Protection Act. You're going to have to learn to protect your assets. The last time you bought a car, what did you do? I'll bet every one of you let some guy with an ugly shirt and an ugly tie sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 plus, and guess what? You got up to 9 inquiries too. Goody for you. You did it wrong, by the way. When they hand you that paper and say, we got to run your credit, you should have put next to your signature that allows 1 inquiry only, should have took a picture. Bottom line, at the workshop with me, I want to teach you how to get it on a tax ID and fleet price. That's what you should be doing driving a company car. So the goal is this. I pray you don't go to the grocery store today or a bank and bump someone's car. I hope it's not you. But what if you did? You bump someone's car. A little bumpity bump. They're going to act like they got whiplash now. They're going to die. They're going to ask you for your driver's license, your insurance, and your registration, please. Remember, I told you I want to protect your assets correctly. House, car, money. The driver's license, is that your home address again? Oh, you're paying for the insurance on the car you're driving today, when a corporation could have did it instead of you. Okay, and you're the registered owner. Oh, goody. They're going to call one of those nasty attorneys on TV. I call them bloodsuckers because they encourage lawsuits around the globe. They're going to sue and screw you and take everything you got today because you didn't listen to me about plan on somebody trying to take it away. Plan on the problems in the beginning. Registered owner should be the division. The lien holder should be the corporation. At the end of the day, if they can't sue you, what are they going to get? They're going to get diddly squat. Why not? Again, you got the choice to protect your assets if you want to. But again, what did I do on July 3rd, 2009? I got worth millions and billions. Nobody cared about me. They never have all my life. Till I got my wife and my kids. That's about it. So guess what? I took my corporate yacht from my backyard. There's the address. There's the yacht. I said fill it up. I used a credit card and the interest rate. I get to write it all off, including the yacht too. Why not? The bottom line is this. Someone came on my yacht with swine flu pneumonia. There I am waiting to die. I came out of the, coma. All right, I promised that I would basically help people the rest of my life. That's the only reason I'm here for you today. I'm keeping my promise that I made. All right, I walked around that oxygen tank for 5 weeks, put my score back to an 820. I've got $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down, and after today, neither will you. You got a choice. So the goal is God using me to help you. You going to pay attention today? It's all up to you. I made my promise. Now, there's me waiting to die on July 5th, 2009 at 5:41 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm keeping my promise, am I not? But are you going to keep your promise to yourself and go through it and learn what needs to be done while I do the work for you anyway? You see, I named my son and my daughter after me. If I die right now, guess what? My legacy lives on, called the Reynolds University. I'm going to have fun, no matter when I'm here or not. So let's understand today, year's ending. So there are 9 lines of credit up to $150,000 apiece that equal $5.4 million of credit, and no tax return is needed, and all you got to have is 2021 and 2021. In other words, we need the articles today. We got to get you how to play. If you got a corporation today, you probably spent $3,000 and got a stock kit too. I want to do the articles, the also tax ID for you. I'm going to charge you $9.99. I want you in the workshop with me for 90 days, just like when you watch your favorite movie. You know the lines before they say them. I want you to hear it again and again. Then I want you in the level 1 for setting up the division, set up the line of defense. That way it's $9.99 too. Together, both of those at the office are $19.98. But wait, there's more. I actually give it away for $17.99. What I do is to take away excuses, is I hand you back 3 times your investment back to you in credit, cash credit. 3 times. So that's $5,400 of cash credit back to you. You get the goodies. You're stuck with me. I'm doing all the work for you. All right, rapid refresh and credit building too. What excuse would you have today? There is no excuse. You like being stuck, or you want to go forward with me? You can Zelle, wire, deposit. Bottom line is you can call 800-510-3338 if you want to. Your lack of commitment is your biggest problem with you. It's simple. It's what's holding you back. Now let's look at this building in Lamborghini that we obtained through tax ID. Reaching the dream. All right, think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. That's exactly what you should do, using Ray's rules. The bottom line is up to you. Like I said earlier today, give me 90 days. I'll do the work for you. I'll hand you the fish, then I'll teach you how to fish at the workshop, and then you can build as much as you want to. All right, seminar, workshops, and boot camps. You're stuck with me. All right, remember, today is the 15th of October. 90 working days from now, you should have an 820 credit score, up to 100,000 of credit, have a franchise or 2, a house, or maybe even an apartment complex too. There's your goal list. If you allow me, I'll do the work for you. I got no excuses, but I will hold your hand. Again, we have 9 lines of credit for you, $5.4 million of credit, as long as it's done today. 51 working days left of this year. That's it. Count it on the calendar. I don't count it. You do. States are taking 42 days to file the corporation. I need the name today for your divisions or the corporations. And if you're a current client, you haven't set up your divisions, you better be calling the office today. You better give us the name for the divisions right away, because if not, you can't get that $5.4 million of credit up to that. So it's today. It's the deadline. You blow this, that's on you. The bottom line is, it's like getting disputes and putting your credit to an 820. Under Section 611 of the Credit Repair Organization Act, they have 45 working days. If we don't do it today, good luck. It'll be done by next year. Your problem is you got to step up to the plate. Motivation's great, but at the end of the day, it's just blah, blah, blah. I'll show you mine. Show me yours, please. If you don't have it, I'll help you go get yours and the keys. We're going to use Ray's rules today. And at the end of the day, you got a story to tell too. It's pretty simple. I like to get you up to an 820, 100,000 of credit. If you allow me to repackage your whole life, corporation and divisions too, up to $1 million of credit too. Stop being stuck. And if you're wondering what's next, that's pretty simple. It's me. I'm your next. It's called Raise Rules. The bottom line is, guess what we get to do? Repackage your whole life, your house, your car, your bank account, like I said in the beginning. But again, you're going to have to let me teach you what needs to be done while I do the work for you. I don't want you screwing up my 100% success rate. That's why I do the work for you. So guess what? Corporate setup, $17.99. All the goodies are done for you. 90 days of workshops with me. $5,400 of cash credit back to you. 3 times as much. Rapid refresh and credit building too. The bottom line is up to you as you structure this today. Zelle wire deposit. It has to be done today. And I don't care if you have to give a deposit so we can start the work now. If you blow it, who blew it? You. How many times have you let opportunity pass you by before? No difference in the day. 800-510-3338. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution turned corporations into people. I love the United States of America. I really do. The thing is, I master every rule and tool, anything I ever do. I got to know it better than anybody. Okay? So guess what? They manage 50 states. They're corporations. They manage the cities from the corporations called the states. They got a problem. They just bankrupt a piece. That's exactly what they did under Chapter 9. Again, you have a choice. Raise rules. Never have joint credit. Buy a house. It's simple. Escrow close. Escrow homestead. Escrow recorded in a trust. If you have a house registered in your name, when you purchase it and escrow could have put it in a trust, I'm sorry to say, that's called stupid. You die today, your family doesn't get nothing. Why would you do that to you and your family? But again, corporation, some people name it after themselves. That's called dumb. Name it what it does, you got multiple functions. That's double dum-dum. You got to get $1 million of credit. That's half the fun. Then again, real estate, divisions, franchise, current business. You don't want to bring the pain home ever again. This is the structure you've been looking for all your life. But I'm offering to do the work for you. So at the end of the day, like I said before, plan on the problems, please. There's going to be some turd that gets in your way. Somebody knocks you down. Your friends and family, all their blah, blah, blah. But if you got safety credit in the line of defense, you can see it, believe, and go get it every time. Nothing gets in your way besides you. And that's not going to happen after today. Is that correct? So if all you want is an 820 credit score, okay. $499, $1,000 credit card back to you, twice as much. Put you in an educational class for 90 days if you show up. There you are. No excuses anymore. All you got to do is Zelle, wire, or deposit it today. That's all you got to do. 800-510-3338. If you ask me what program I would get in if I was you, because 3 people asked that, I would tell you it's called Millionaires in the Making. Why? It's simple. I add all the pieces together. I call it step 1. I believe every one of you can be $1 million corporation in the next 90 days. I believe if you do what you're told to do, let me do what I do best, all the work, and hand it to you, adding all the pieces, analyzing you twice. You might have to do 1 or 2 things at the most. Office wants to sell for $4,000. Today I give it away for $2,999, and then I hand you $25,000 of cash credit back to you. That's 8 times your investment. There's no excuses now. Every one of you should be on the $1 million dream. Time's running out. I don't control the clock, neither do you. So goal is Zelle, wire, deposit. If you got a Zelle at partial payment or something to lock it in today, then you better damn well do it. Today's the deadline. You got 800-510-3338. You got to get it prepared right away. The American dream for me is simple. Receiving money every month, pay all the bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. Set up the line of defense. Master Raise Rules. See, here's the thing. I named it Raise Rules because you're stuck with me. I am Ray Reynolds. I've invented the process that God gave me to give you. I don't pass the buck. All right? Every one of you, you need Millionaires in the Making. It's $2,999. And yes, one of you texts, would I actually double the credit? Because I offered it a couple weeks ago. What can I say? You said you wanted it, I did it, you didn't follow through, that's on you. So the answer is hell no. Why would I give you $50,000 of credit when you said you're going to Zelle $29.99 that day? You dropped the ball. That's on you. So guess what? You're getting 8 times the investment. When I say something, I follow through. You did not. It's about time you step up to the plate. You have a choice today. It's up to you. Use Zelle. I don't care if it's a partial or all of it. You better get it started before it's too late. You can call the office at 510. All right? It's 800-510-3038. There's no excuses anymore. And if you tell me you don't want to do a business, that's okay. You have the right to incorporate you like doctors and CPAs do. That gives you not only personal and business credit. You don't have to do a business and get both. It's your constitutional right. But that's on you. All I know is there's $5,400,000 of corporate credit that you can obtain by having 2021 and 2020. 51 working days left. Look at your calendar, people. I didn't make it up. The state's still going to take average of 42 days to file the thing. I need the name now. If you're going to qualify for that 2 years, it's like disputes or putting your credit to an 820. They're allowed 45 working days. You waste any more time, sorry, that's on you. You have a choice. You were stuck with me personally, hold your hand at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp. I got no excuses, but neither do you. Today, you got to stay safe and strong. We all have to. If you're wondering what's next to come, let me change your life. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. The only one I've ever had. All right, God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. He gave me the rules and the tools. Everything comes from Him. Now we're giving them to you. You got some highlights today. You got to get to the workshop with me and let me do all the work for you. You've got 800-510-3338. If you're not calling it right away, I'm sorry, you're going to stay stuck. You blew it. It's Ray's rules. Don't bring the pain home ever again. And if you're not calling that number right away, I'm sorry to say, you blew it. You're going to stay stuck. At the end of the day, don't ever forget, God loves us all.